Hello. Today's the 7th of Feb 2016 and it's day vlog 5, I think. I don't know, I missed one. I didn't do it yesterday. And that's okay, I'm going to give myself permission to not vlog some days if I just can't quite get there. It's all good. Normally I'll be really anal and have to tick everything off my list, but I'm learning to be a bit gentler on myself. My boys are down napping and I forgot to bring a hat in, so I'm wearing my captain's hat backwards just for something a little different. I thought I'd talk about the prompts for vlogging in Feb that Tam suggested, and I was just going to talk about who or what inspires me as well as shadow, because one for me felt like it leads into the other. Firstly, I just have to say I'm loving connecting with you guys over in Vlogland, and I'm going to endeavour. I had a lovely conversation and a real moving connection with one of the ladies over there, but I'll do what Tam suggested and say hi to someone I haven't met before, or someone that's new this year, rather than be a creature of habit, which is very comfortable and easy, isn't it? But yeah, it'd be nice to meet some lovely other people as well, so I will make that effort. So talking about what or who inspires me, on a general life to life, in a general living type situation, people that have been through hardship and overcome it inspire me big time. People that have dipped down into the depth of their soul with trauma and confusion and heartache and sadness, and then come back up and reclaim the lightness and beauty and love of life. That really inspires me. I think that just shows me courage and depth, and yeah, just a life that's lived. And people that can show grace, that is incredibly inspiring to me. It's probably something I've struggled to learn, but when I've observed it and seen it in others, it's inspired me to be a better person. And on the whole, like in terms of what inspires my artwork, it used to be my patients and just the stories they tell me, chatting with people and friends and people's day-to-day sort of, that's what I meant to say before, not life to life, day-to-day. I went to bed at 1 o'clock again this morning, so brain is not connecting too well. I feel like, is it Goma Pyle or one of those Navy people? I'm going to come back to being a captain. That feels better. So what I was saying, yeah, day to day, everything's going off. Day to day sort of living life stories and people's self-insight. And what really fascinates me, and, in a way I feel like I have always been like a philosophizer, a bit of a navel gazer. I love to just have quiet and time to think and reflect, because honestly, truly, my biggest aha moments have just been in the moments of quiet, often stimulated by having read something, and that's my other inspiration. I really do love personal growth books, and yeah, just finding fodder to work on and work through to improve myself, but then also to share that into the wider world as well. The helper in me, the need to help. I like to kind of explore things and then look at it all and rejig it and find a new way of viewing things, and then put that out there as well for someone else that perhaps hasn't viewed something that way. Not that it's the right way, but it's a different way, and it might help with shifts for them. yeah, so that's inspiration. And then shadow. So I remember studying shadow at uni and stuff in psychology units, and I think I was a bit quite daunted by it actually, because I didn't really have the maturity, I think, at 18, I think it was 18, 19, to really conceptualise it for myself. And so it was kind of like I put it in the deal with it later box perhaps. But now, being 20 plus years on, I can completely see where my shadow has tripped me up many a time trying to get me to look at it and address it and embrace it. So yeah, with shadow, my understanding is that it's part of our psyche, our unconscious parts of ourselves that we've denied because of society or family or upbringing, where we're taught to be good or bad. Not taught to be good or bad, but learn the difference between good and bad, or evil and good, good and evil, and that to be accepted by society and our community and family, we have to be the good girl, the good person, and those traits that we didn't deem as good or didn't please those around us, we had to push down, and that went into our shadow, that we denied it, and then we spend the rest of our lives projecting those aspects of ourselves onto others. So we keep attracting situations where someone will show us our shadow and we won't like them, and our ego minds will go, he, she is this and that, and I'm better because I'm not like that. But in fact, they have triggered what we've denied in ourselves. It's really fucked up how the ego works, I reckon. It's just mean. But I understand that the challenge in life is to learn to embrace it, to observe our ego mind, notice our shadow, and bring it back into wholeness so that we're more integrated in terms of soul, spirit, and ego mind. I could chat about that heaps because like everyone, I have my own view of bigger life views, what framework I see the world in, and how I operate, what way I operate from. I think it's really interesting that science still can't explain all that. Despite everything, there's obviously got to be mystery and magic, and people that don't understand mystery and magic fear it and don't want to go there. So they kind of miss out because they stay trapped in just that ego mind. But there's so much more, and it's beautiful. And even shadow is beautiful because of all those archetypes that we've denied ourselves. There's a strength behind them if we can embrace them in a wholesome way that can empower us to be bigger and better and come into our power and our skills and strengths. So I'm not scared of shadow. Shadow is, we all have it. It's like we have a body, we have shadow. Not in the sense that the light's shining on me and there's my shadow. My shadow's quite big in that respect. Don't self-denigrate, Tanya. Okay, this is my 1 a.m. tiredness, processing of my thoughts, scrambled. This is going to be a long post. Bog. Anyway, I'll chat more about my ideas around soul, spirit, and conscious and unconscious mind because I love it. Love exploring all of that. But one of the things I love too, or my understanding of shadow, having read Run with Wolves, is I love the association of the wolf and how they walk as if a ghost. They don't leave an imprint on the ground, and they shadow their prey or their personal animal of interest, and they will run ahead of them and peek from behind a tree at them and then disappear without warning and be back shadowing you, and the person's what's the word? I don't know, not aware. Yeah, I like that analogy because it makes it quite playful in a way. I mean, I know the wolf could end up eating that prey, but in my mind, that wolf is like a friend, playful friend that's kind of catching up with you and going, "Hey, I'm here," trying to grab your attention, to look at it and look at it in all its wonder, all of its fierce wonder. And I think having that viewpoint of my shadow makes it not so scary. There's still so much I got to learn in terms of transference. Less and less people come into my life now that trigger that projecting of my shadow onto them. I've learned some big doozies, and learned to tame some of that shadow. But I still get triggered, but I don't react now. Well, haven't reacted. And the triggering, I think, the art journaling process and art making really gives you breathing space to, first of all, stop and go, oh, what's going on? See it, play with it, change your view of it, decide how to use it in a way that will work and is for the better of all. So yeah, it's just so profound, journaling from that aspect of self-exploration and personal growth, and that. So huge advocate of it. Not a very disciplined art journaler myself, but I will come to the art journal at times of crisis. Yeah, could talk about that. It's another whole topic. Yeah, and I think that's all I had to say about shadow. But I think shadow inspires me. It inspires me from the perspective of understanding where it's playing out for me, understanding where it's playing out for my loved ones, people that commune with me on my art page. I don't like seeing people suffer, so I feel this need to understand things for myself, to try and express them in my artwork, to help other people see or understand and be a bit kinder and gentler with themselves, with their own shadow, because we're human and we're not supposed to have harnessed our shadow at any one particular age. It's a lifetime thing, and it's not something to be beaten or accomplished. Yeah, it's a partnership, I suppose. It sounds a bit, don't know, it's not the right word. Can't think of any better ones. Yeah, so I love exploring that aspect and reading about it, philosophizing about it, experiencing it, applying it to my own life, reflecting on my interactions with people, and then painting about it. It's kind of just so circular and so wonderful and enriching, and I see when people connect with a particular piece I've created, and it's given them a sense of something, and it's helped them dip down into aspects of their shadow, like maybe the positive aspects of their shadow. I might even talk about shadow archetypes tomorrow, because I just love to explore that. And obviously this process of vlogging helps me get ahas and more clarity as well, particularly when I go back and watch them later. So yeah, that's it for today. 14 minutes, that makes up for not doing one yesterday. Alright, hope you're well. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.